That was perfect. Literally, boom. Hi, my name's Theo Erlangsen. Okay. We're already lost. I didn't want to say my names. I mean my age. So I was like, we can abort that. I just said I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. Okay. Hi, my name's Theo Erlangsen. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. I'm a professional mountain biker, kind of make my living doing a bit of racing in Europe, racing in South Africa, a couple of cool videos and some big jumps every now and again. And yeah, we're out in Stellenbosch for one of those lovely videos. So, I think it's been 9 days with the machine, from one Saturday to another Saturday, so that was 8 days with the machine. And then, yeah, it's been pretty savage. This guy has been the most important player. He's been driving the excavator like a madman. I think he did a couple of 13-hour days in the excavator. So he's like literally done everything. But it was pretty sick. He works in the excavator and then I just like come behind him and rake out rocks and this and that. And it's been like a pretty good vibe the whole week. Just, yeah, I mean, staying on a farm, building mountain bike trails, can't really complain. But yeah, it's been pretty tough. Like whenever you, yeah, it's rocky as hell on this mountain and there's muckies whenever you rake. So it's not been easy, but it's been pretty cool. And yeah, I think we've done 9 days now in total on the build. We've done completely refreshed every bit of trail that was existing and it was all super overgrown and everything. And then we've done like way major improvements to 2 of the top sections, major improvement to the jump line in the middle, and then like made a big old jump at the bottom. So I think when most people think about it, it's yeah, I think to do that much trail in that few days is pretty incredible. But I think it's mostly Duran. He's just been an absolute madman in the dig loader. And yeah, today is the day. We literally just got to the bottom now, and now it's time to ride. It was actually quite cool for this project. I've actually got a decent enough budget so that we could actually get a machine in and build some trails. So we're actually on a friend's farm in Stellenbosch in the Jonkershoek Valley. And there were some existing trails there that Brendan Faircloth had dug for a Dog's Life segment he did. One of the main things I wanted to do was like a straight rhythm kind of supercross section at the top. Wait, roller there, top. And then I might just stop after that one. And then the next, I'll push up and do the dragon smash. Sick to like custom build something for the project, and then you like, while you're building it, you get so hyped on wanting to ride it, so that once the build was done, it was like so sick to ride what you just done. That's quite fun. The dragon back is quite gnarly. It's like doof doof doof. Shucks, and that's fast. You're gonna have to brake hard before the scrub wall. Alright, let's see what Duran does. Dude, that dragon's back's like doo 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 doo.
I can hear your backboard just slapping it.
I know.
Designed by an expert.
Duran told me I was wrong the whole time.
No, we build it. And then we'll see. It's a pleasant surprise when it actually works, and it's like, oh, okay. Guess all that puzzling and confusing stairs is kind of all making sense now, surprisingly. But exciting. More to do, hey? This is just the iceberg, I think. It's gonna get spicy later.
Obviously, because it's my first kind of like time trying to do it, it was all quite tight framed. So we had 1 week for the build, and then organized the videographers and the photographers to come for the next week to film.
Riding bikes is good.
So it's always like quite stressful that the track needs to be done and finished. You need to ride the track and get comfortable on it so that you don't look like a kook when you're filming it. And then when we're filming it, we've got to film at like good light in the mornings and the afternoons, and there's got to be like no wind. So for the first few days we were filming, we were battling some wind on a lot of the things. It's Tuesday. Everyone's got here. We've got Dan here, we've got Eric here, we've got Hayden here. Everyone's here and ready to go. And now it's like kite surfing weather. So it's not ideal. So it's, yeah, we've got a limited period while we're shooting, so it's always a bit stressful. But it's pretty heinous wind now, so there's not much you can do. But we're gonna try, you know, just get the juices flowing, do a couple things, show. At least Dan can get some experience with the light and like when it gets dark and all of that. So Hayden's cat's just so as you can see, it's not mountain biking weather. So, but you know, we're here, I'm amped, paddle monster, I'm ready to go, and we'll just shoot some stuff, even if it's just, yeah, to get the guys warmed up, it'll be good. Oh. First take, blown sideways, like landed skew straight into Hayden. Some treacherous conditions. A few of the days were just crazy windy. But because we got such a good crew, we kind of worked around it and did some other shots while it was windy and things like that. But yeah, I mean, you can't really predict or plan the wind or the rain. Like if you set a shoot date there, and especially we even had like 4 or 5 days to shoot, and like, I mean, if God says no, it's going to be windy that day, there's nothing you can do. You need to try and get it done. So, you know, it's like, it's quite stressful, but I think we've made the most of most of the situations. You guys are making me look good, eh? That did not feel good, and that looks pretty alright. Okay, now we're gonna smile, not so much anger. I actually quite like it when we do these film things, because I used to, when I was a youngster, just be like, right, we got 1 day to film, and then just try ram as much filming into that 1 day as possible. But now we're more experienced, and we know we need the good light and things like that. Don't usually drop in this early. But yeah, so we'll try wake up early in the morning, get the first light, get up there, get warmed up before the light comes over the big mountain range, because it's quite tricky. We like in a valley, so it's like quite tricky to manage light and like first light and things like that. So we wake up early, get up there, try warm up, try like really crack it while the light's good. Hey, it's picking up. Is riding a little bit better. I'm always just worried about my riding. But the lights come, the wind's not too bad at the bottom here. So we're getting some shots. When you watch the video, it's just like smashing corners and banging, but like per cut in a shot is usually I've pushed up back up the hill. So it is like pretty hard, well, fairly hard work. Got some blisters and things like that, but like, you know, it's all in good fun. And especially if I don't like the way I've ridden, I'll for sure push back up and be like, no guys, I'm doing that again, like, you know, do it again. For boys, and that was really out of control. Gotta do another. Obviously, when you're filming, if you've got chances to like do it, you want to absolutely be on the ragged edge. Like everything just looks sicker on video if you like just on the edge and it's rowdy and wild. That's kind of, I guess, like a bit of my riding style. It's just like rowdy, wild kind of riding. So obviously you want to be like on the edge the whole time, but it's quite hard if you like push up and down and then take after take to just be on the absolute edge. So like, I mean, one time when we were filming, I was like, okay, I'm gonna smash this corner, smash it, and then I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna go even bigger, and then I just smashed it and bounced over and just went over the handlebars. And like sometimes you can have a huge crash and you get lucky and you just kind of roll out of it and it's all good. And then other times if you crash, like you can just get unlucky and you just end up what I did. I wish that actually somebody got an angle here, because by the way, I was up and standing in about 1 second.
No, that's I was like, you're right, and you're already standing.
I was like, what really?
Yet, like you haven't even.
I was just like, what happened there? Oh well.
When the money kicks in.
Yeah, I've got the doctor on my side. This needs a doctor. Okay, we're gonna go pump that up.
Got a Rizlet to stick his
See if we can get it going again. It's a little bit of a margin, and some of the corners get really beaten up when you ride them and you're like riding them so hard. So there's a bit of a time frame on the tracks and things like that. But yeah, you got to push the limits. Nobody wants to see you tinkering down the hill. You got to get rowdy. Hughie in the corner. I'm amped up. So the lights faded at the top, so I think we're just gonna flip this. It's dicey windy, which is a bit scary, but luckily a flip is quite good with like, I think centrifugal force or something like that. So maybe maybe we try flip it. Hopefully it'll go right. I just did like 3 speed checks and it seems good. No idea why I ET'd that. Woo! Why was I pedaling? Okay. I think we might try another one, a little bit more pump. I didn't think it was gonna come around. I was like,
I was worried. I was like, that looks very slow.
Okay, a little bit more pump. Woo, okay, some cobwebs off. What is it? 6:30. It's a marvelous day for once. No wind. Finally get to shoot the Supercross section. This is technically the start of the video. And yeah, dialed morning. I couldn't be more stoked. Now I'm amped to ride bikes. So yeah, first tracking shot. Hayden's gonna be hanging off the back of the Reed's Suzuki, and we're gonna do this whole Supercross section. See if we can do a rad tracking shot on the side. I watch a lot of motocross and supercross, so I'm always like frothing on that, but I'm terrible on a motocross bike, so I had to try and kind of incorporate it into a bicycle. So we were trying some new things that we'd, yeah, like that I'd seen on supercross tracks and things like that, like a dragon's back and like a scrub wall and like an on-off box and things like that. So that was quite sick to do that kind of thing. And then obviously in South Africa in summer is so hot and dusty, you can always put in some loaded powdery corners that are always rad to shoot, and like just smash corners. It always looks quite sick. But for actually a lot of these things like this, it's quite tricky because a lot of those corners are really soft, so they look quite cool in video, but they're actually quite hard to ride because you've got really like no real control of where you're going. And then yeah, so I was like following a racing drone down and then trying to smash the corners, and then like, I mean, it just happens. Like I just washed the front wheel on like a soft spot in a corner, went over the bars, and then like smashed my hand on the, well, I kind of like went into the bank on the side and then just like folded my hand over and then like landed on my side a bit. Ow. Hugie number 2. I really thought we'd just need one Hugie for the video. This is annoyingly a little bit sore over here. It's okay. Cracked. I've never broken a bone before, or anything, so I'll be surprised, but it does feel pretty shit, which is probably the worst news I've had all day. And I actually thought I was fine. I was like, no, this is the first good day of wind we've had, like we really need to film today. So I was like, quickly, let's go home, let's go down to the bottom, I'll just strap my hand and we come back and film. Sorry guys, that was a bit of a numpty move.
Happens, bro.
I've had a couple on the limits moments this week, so you know it's gotta give one time. Should we try just rook this thing tight?
Just shove it.
And I was at the bottom, I was like, okay, maybe, well, what we had in mind to film was quite savage, like some tricks on the jump line and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, if we could make believe some shots of me tinkering around, we could probably do it. But like for what I had in mind, like you needed a strong wrist. Yeah, let's try and tap, let's see if this thing works. If we strap it hard. Okay, we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Not looking pretty. Old lover boy is a little less handy now.
You're not walking so good, bro.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. There's something wrong inside now. I think it's just the bucky going up there. As time went on, my insides got a little bit more sore, and I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't feel so great. I don't really know. I've really been quite lucky with injuries, so I don't really know how they go. But now the drive up, my insides feel crap. Went to the hospital. So they checked my ribs, checked my scaphoid. They're like, yeah, you've fractured your scaphoid, you know, just put it in a brace and come back in 6 weeks. And then your ribs are fine, so like actually you can go. And I was like, can we please maybe just check out what's going on the inside? And they were really not concerned because I think they thought I was being a sissy. And then the guy started the ultrasound, and about 2 seconds into the ultrasound, he was like, gave me a look of like, oh shucks. Just the look in his eyes of fear. I was like, oh man, okay, this is not good. So as I stood up, tried to go get into a wheelchair that they wanted to take me for a CT scan, and then I tried to phone my dad to tell him that that I needed to get a CT scan now, and like halfway into the conversation I just passed out because I didn't think I had enough blood in me. Like passed out, and then from there then they were all systems go, and they like monitored it. But yeah, I ended up just like rupturing my spleen and my liver, and then I was in the ICU for a few days, and then normal hospital for a day. And we're back after a couple of months off. We've got 2 more sections to film. They've been lovely, nicely prepped. And yeah, hopefully this time we're not going to hospital, we're going home. Been a while, but it's like riding a bike, you know? I think when you are young, you froth so hard on riding and everything riding that like when I was younger, all I did after school was just watch riding videos and things like that. So I think if you can, you know, especially as a South African, like inspire some local South African kids to like show them that that's possible, and you know, you can actually also like build your own trails and film them and ride them and things like that. I think it's pretty rad to inspire the kids to like, you know, just get amped on bikes. If you had just watched a finished video of this, it would have just been me riding for 3 minutes, and you wouldn't have known that I broke my hand and took 2 months off in between. So it's quite cool to see a bit of perspective, and these things actually are quite a lot of work and they take a lot of time, and yeah, I think people enjoy them knowing that. It was good. It was a power day. I was pretty freaking nervous after going home in a, well, not in an ambulance, but going to the hospital the last time we filmed. And we just really needed to film that. We slammed it this morning, and then we needed to do this in the afternoon. We had such luck with the wind. It was like perfect conditions, and got some nice stuff on here. So technically we've got everything that we like built and filmed. I could have done a better knack there, and that'll probably resonate with me forever when I watch the video. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy.